to the classiest review you'll see today. I am the Classy Critic. Avengers, assemble... Wait, no, they didn't say that. Avengers, Age of Ultron. This is the movie everybody's been waiting for. Does it live up to the hype? Well, of course not. I mean, it's just an awful movie. Who am I kidding? It's a great movie. This movie is just so much fun. It's like the Avengers. It's just so much fun. I love seeing all these characters interact with each other. The action's great. The cinematography's great. The laughs are just great. The jokes are great. I mean, it's just so good to see Avengers again. This is a really big movie. I don't know if I'm gonna fit in everything in here, so let's go. Alright, let's go. Iron Man, great. He is still Tony Stark. I mean, he is just funny, witty, all that stuff. And he even goes through kind of this thing of like, is he making the right choices for his friends and his team? Is he doing the right thing? It's really this good mix of like, what am I really doing here, I guess. Thor, it's God of Thunder. I mean, he's just the same. Captain America, he felt like an actual leader in this movie. It was so great to see him just leading his team. He even gets some great jokes. I mean, who can forget language? Bruce Banner, great. I mean, there's more of the Hulk in this movie than there is with Bruce Banner, which is kind of sad, but it was still great. Black Widow, we actually got some really good moments from Black Widow, especially with her relationship with Bruce Banner. It didn't really feel forced to me. It actually felt kind of really good. I mean, it was so great just to see those two interact with each other. Especially the party scene where they're all like partying after they had just done this giant fight. That's like all of the characters just interacting with each other, and it just looks so good, and they're just so great together. This movie makes me so happy. Also, Hawkeye. Wow, I did not expect Hawkeye to be such a good character, a great Avenger. They actually focus a lot on him, which is surprising me. They give him motives. They give him just this great kind of character arc over time. He even has this speech to Scarlet Witch that just like is amazing. It's also kind of self-aware of what they're doing, but yet it hits in the right points. Speaking of Scarlet Witch, she was really good in the movie too. I believed her of just this mutant with these unbelievable powers, and she did great, along with her twin brother, Quicksilver. He was good. I really loved to see him on screen. His powers were really cool to actually see come alive, of speed and all that stuff. But yeah, this movie's so good at balancing all these characters I just named. It's just really good. But yeah, and also all the jokes don't feel forced. They actually feel like actual jokes. And like, none of them are like crammed in because it's like this really dark scene. And no, they just feel like they flow really nicely. Another character, this isn't spoilers because you saw him in the trailer, but Vision is so funny and just great. He's just this calm, collective guy who's doing what he knows is right, and he's so good and funny. I just love it. I can't wait to see more of him, basically. And speaking of Vision, let's go on to the villain of the movie, Ultron. This guy has a presence. I don't care what anybody else says about him, he has a presence with him. I love that voice. And also because lots of people said that he was like too emotional and like had facial expressions too much for a robot, which I think this is actually kind of nice because he did actually take a lot from Tony Stark. He even has some like great jokes about Captain America's shield being a frisbee, and it's just so good. He could be terrifying at one point and then cracking jokes at the other. It's so good and nice to see a character like this. That's kind of what I wanted Loki to be, but I think Loki's just a bit too dark and like not what Ultron is. This movie also shows something that like the last movie really didn't show that much, was the hero saving the people. Like the entire climax of the movie is spent on showing him saving people, like loads of people from this place that's gonna crash down and kill everybody. And it shows him saving each and one of them, and it's just great to see that. The action in this movie is so good. I can see like a lot of stuff like Captain America, the Winter Soldier's action was so good, and then I can see some of that kind of flowing in here, and it's just so good and runs so smoothly. Even the fight between Hulk and the Hulkbuster was just awesome. That's just what I all wanted to see. And yeah, I can't believe it, but this movie I think is better than the first Avengers. I think it's just, it hits every single point that's great. It sets up the next movies like a Marvel movie does. And it's just, oh, it's so good. The Avengers Age of Ultron is a great movie. Oh. Any reason for you being here? You know why I'm here. Yeah, I know, I was just hoping you wouldn't crash my party here, but okay. As Critic says, this movie isn't perfect. There are still some problems with it, but there's so little I think I'm able to watch the movie. Plus a lot of the problems are the problems with the first movie. And that's not really bad, I guess. I mean, it's just, it doesn't escape from how good this movie is. Like, the runtime feels long, but yet it feels so short for some reason. Like, I can see so much that they could do with it, but I can see how much they shouldn't have done with it. Yeah, some of the scenes are a bit rushed, and some scenes are like out of nowhere, and there wasn't really that enough time to develop the characters of Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and all that stuff. But yeah, I think they gave a good enough job that they could. In the end, this movie is so good. It's so close to being perfect, but yet there's always that stigma that there's no perfect movie. It's always going to have its own problems, and that's what Critic's here for. Can you leave now? I guess you did good. Alright, creepy person. But anyways, Avengers, Age of Ultron, everybody needs to see it. It's still out in theaters. Everybody needs to go see it. I want this movie to get in more money than the Avengers, just to prove a point that these Marvel movies, these comic book movies, are more than just movies. They're an experience. They're so much fun. I love them to death. I will probably see this movie again. And with that said, I give Avengers Age of Ultron 5 out of 5 stars. As always, stay classy. Ah, boy. Really do love that movie. Wait. No. How long are you gonna keep me down here? Don't worry, Classy. You'll stay down here for as long as you kept me away. Goodbye. No! Hi, I am the Classy Critic, and welcome to the classiest review you'll see today.